They said, I have 18 minutes. I was like, wow, 18 minutes. Because usually we have only 1 minute. To speak for about 5 minutes content in 1 minute. And we started developing speaking fast. So somebody was saying that Indian minds are created and it's programmed to speak fast. I don't know if I was programmed to speak fast, but after I got into the job, nobody understands what I speak because I speak as fast as, yesterday this happened and they went to this place and they came and I survived for 12 years doing this. And that's when I realized speaking fast, people who are listening to me started becoming faster, and they want to get a busy life going. They switch on the radio and without them knowing, they started doing everything fast. So that actually worked in advantage for me and I started getting paid more. And I got stuck into this job for 12 years now. And an alternative career for 12 years, and we were the beginners, and we didn't know what to do. And when we look back now, we're actually very, very, very fortunate and, privileged few who got selected in the first batch. So alternate careers just happen. We started off in 2003. We didn't know where we were headed. We were asked to speak on radio, and we were being called DJs, radio DJs. But slowly, radio DJs in India started developing, and Indians coined the word RJs, radio jockeys. Internationally, anywhere you go, a person on radio is still called a radio DJ, but not in India. In India, we are called RJs, a radio jockey. When we started, it was very difficult to explain what you do. Your friends ask you what you do. You're working in radio. Announcer. It became more difficult when my mom had to find a girl for me. What's the boy working as? He's working in a radio station. Again, the question. And slowly, it became a huge phenomenon that people wanted to become RJs. That's when we, who started off really early, became stars overnight. And we were like famous. They're like, good man, this rocks. It was by chance. We didn't plan it. And most of the things around me that happened just falls into place. I was a bottle in a bottling line. No, I'm not a bottle. I'm just Saturday being, when I say bottle, many people will think that, a guy. No, I'm just imagining. See, I work with just sound. I don't have a presentation or a PPT because I always make people imagine. I come early in the morning, so most of them are still sleepy and waking up. So I ask them to close their eyes. And I think now it's the right time because most of you are already closing your eyes after a heavy lunch. So you can close your eyes and imagine we are in a bottling plant. A lot of green bottles lined up on a conveyor belt. Cling, 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 cling. We are all going to the same direction. We are all heading to the same plant where we're going to be filled with the same stuff, sent into a package and sold to some people. We are all in the same batch. 30 of us in one class. 170 students in one standard, taught the same subjects, each of them expected to do the same thing, and each of them expected to score 100%. 35 people in a class and 170 students in a standard taught the same subjects the same way, and each of them have to get the first rank. Is it possible? You don't eat the same thing, you don't wear the same thing, you don't speak the same language, you don't live in the same house. But when you come to a classroom, this is what is expected. You are in a bottling plant lined up to be filled in with whatever it is, bitter medicine, education. We're all just another bottle in the plant. I'm talking too much of bottles on a Saturday, I shouldn't do that. It's in the afternoon, maybe a little later I can. So I am one of the bottles which fell off the conveyor belt. I didn't choose to fall off the conveyor belt. I wasn't pushed. I fell by chance. Everything right that has to happen will happen right. It's a quote which I made it in a different way. All of you know what it actually says. Everything that has to happen right will happen right if you are in the right place doing the right thing. If you are doing the right thing, it will not happen by chance if you're not doing it. I used to love music so much. Insane hours of music I used to consume because the air around my house was A.R. Rahman's air. Yeah, I stay on the same street as of Rahman, so. So it's not, I don't know if it was because of that or not, but instead of studying, instead of my lessons, instead of my textbooks, I used to listen to songs, write the lyrics of those songs on my textbooks in the pretext of studying. A lot of people hide other books inside the textbooks and study those books, but I didn't do that. I used to open my textbook and write the lyrics of those songs. Those were more interesting to me than the textbook. And that slowly led me into becoming an RJ. A lot of people think guys who choose alternative careers are failures in academics. Like the famous quote says, no man a failure, everyone is a success. Our society makes you feel that you're a failure. Everybody needs to get to that first rank, but only a few will get to the first rank. Does that mean the guy who is coming in the last is a failure? No. It's just that that guy was never made or told that you have something. Our education system teaches, but never teaches you to think, to apply your mind into finding what you have, what your calling is. In most of our alternative careers, you don't choose to become that person, but the career chooses you. I didn't choose radio jockeying. Radio jockeying chose me. And today when I look back, I couldn't have been doing anything else better than what I'm doing right now. I can speak for hours. I get paid for speaking. Who wouldn't like that? So I stuck on to the job. And even after 12 years, I have my friends coming and saying, dude, don't you want to find a regular job? And you still have your relatives who are coming and saying, are you going to do this for the rest of your life? And even now today I got this question, how long is the shelf life of an RJ? Because it came with certain norms that an alternative career is not forever. Advantages of an alternative career. You don't retire. You can do it as long as you want. You can be 88 years old and still be a radio jockey. You can still be a wildlife photographer. The guy goes into the jungle for 15 days, lies in wait for that one perfect moment, comes back home and shows the photo, and the wife is saying, it's just a sparrow. It's right behind our house. You spent 15 days in the freaking jungle to get this picture of a sparrow? It's not a sparrow. In his eyes, that picture speaks million words. But then in the eyes of a normal person, you really cannot define what your alternative career was. But being at the right place, doing the right thing over and over again, your passion can become your career. And when your passion becomes your career, when you turn your hobby into your job, you don't feel bored. You're not sitting at the same desk saying, my God, when is the month going to end and when is my bank balance going to come again up? And 2 days later again you're in the same situation. Bank balance gone in 3 days, waiting for the month to end again. Boring job all over again, doing the same thing from day in and day out. With our job, like I said, a lot of things flow. It's just go with the flow. There are two ways. People who are go-getters does not mean that we are not go-getters. Two go-getters, one who go up against the tide and go and get their coins, and we go with the flow and still get our coins. Which is cooler. You don't get bored. You can do what you're doing as long as you want. You don't retire. And you're happy. A lot of people in their jobs today are not happy. I come across a lot of people who are so irritated with their job. They're stressed out. An alternative career is your best option where you're not stressed out because you're doing out of love. If you do not love what you do not do what you do. It's a crime. I shouldn't be saying it in this place if you're a teacher. I was a lecturer for a while, so I know how it feels. When you're teaching, if you do not have the conviction to make that person who's sitting there to succeed, do not teach. If you think that your job is boring and you're just there for the sake of being, you didn't find anything else better to do, but I got a good job in a good university which pays me good, so let me be a teacher for the rest of my life. Don't do that. Have the conviction in you to make the other person succeed. That's when your job will love you back and you will achieve much more than what you imagined. I gave myself 3 months in this company. And this question of shelf life of an RJ kept popping up. So I thought, okay, maybe I can push it to 3 years. As long as your voice holds up. 3 became 5. 5 became 10. And now I'm like, even if I don't have a voice, I will still RJ, man. I will still RJ because it's a love for music and the love for what you do. So it's not about like, just going with the flow. But when you go with the flow, it's not hitting your comfort zone. Like Satkrit was saying, a lot of people just fit into their comfort zone. Things happen. The job found you. You have a good position, a good pay. And then what happens? You become nonchalant. You do not want to challenge yourself. You're just going with the flow, taking everything, accumulating, stagnating at the end of the day. Do not stagnate. When you hit the right spot, when you have everything going for you, challenge yourself. If something you did made out of love, your passion drove you to do something, and you reach the best, get out of it and do something else that you think you are really good at it, but you've never tried before. You should, and then it will surprise you, and things that you didn't know you had it in you will come out. I never, ever, and I'm saying this, I'm a stage person. I'm not a stage person. In school, I never participated in any of the extracurricular activities. In college, I'm not even in college. I hardly used to go to college. So it was always away from the society, but suddenly something just pulled me into this where I'm meeting new people every day. My shows don't involve the same thing what I did yesterday, today. I'm in new places, I'm meeting new people. And it just goes from one stage to another stage to another stage. And when you look back, you couldn't have planned it better. The universe plants it for you. It plants a seed. And the seed grows, and how you nurture it is with what you do. So if you do it with love, it comes back tenfold. If you do it with half-heart, you will get only half-hearted returns. So give it your 100%. And when an alternative career, if you are really into it, if you're like deeply into something, your hobby, your passion is driving you inside, and you know that you have it in you, do not hesitate. It cannot go wrong. Everything that has to happen right will happen right. So take the plunge. Don't do your boring stuff anymore. Find something interesting every day. If you're going back home on the same road every day, try an alternative road. You might discover something new. If you're going to the same shop to buy some stuff, don't go shop there. Go to a new shop. Every day, every morning, do one thing that scares you. That's a quote from a very famous director. Do one thing that scares you. Scares you, it doesn't have to be a ghost movie. It scares you as in it challenges you. Do that. Every day, make a diary, make a note. Something that you haven't tried before. You haven't tried a dish. You only eat what is given to you. You only go to your favorite restaurant. Stop that. Try a new dish. Try a new place. Cook something new. If it's going to get burnt, don't care. My little bit of chef comes into me at times. Yeah, I cook at times. And like an RJ, he is meant to be jack of all trades. We all have it in us. We can be master of one, definitely, and we can be master of many. The many, people don't want to take it without excuses. No time. I'm comfortable in doing what I'm doing. Why should I try and experiment something when I'm happy in doing what I'm doing? You're not happy. You're just waiting for the month-end salary. So don't work for month-end salary, but do it out of passion and love. That's about it. Thank you so much for the stage.